Hi guys, and welcome to this prop tutorial. So today's prop tutorial is a prop tutorial that's been requested a little bit, and it's something I've been trying to work on and find the right parts for, and that is a sonic probe. So this has been suggested by CallumKay, who he's been sort of asking about it every so often on my videos, and it's been sat on my shelf for quite a while. And the only reason being was that it was actually missing this green crystally bit in the middle, and it was trying to find something that was suitable for it. And I've actually found some plastic forks and knives and spoons, sort of pick style ones, which are from Home Bargains, and they were 99p. And so I just literally snapped a section off the handle and I've glued it into place, and as you can see it does light up. So the base of the phone is actually a Samsung C3050, and that's actually the base of the phone, so it is actually a real phone underneath there. And on top of that we've just got a little box which I just found a box I had locking about, which had some, I think, some screws and bits and pieces in, and that was what I used for that. But anything you can sort of find that size that will cover the actual main body here will do the job. And then on top of that we've got some hair slides or bobby pins, whatever you sort of call them, different in America and what it is over here in England. And they're just spray painted silver because I couldn't find any silver ones at the time, and then just glued on in place. And then underneath there we've got these little bits here which are actually off the end of a shower hose, and I mean that was the closest sort of thing I could find at the time. I probably could have found something a little bit better, but that's what's been on there since I made it. And then these are just some metal thin pipes, and in between those sections is actually just some coloured green straw, and that's all that's in between that to give it that section that lights up there, like so. From the back there you can sort of see there's an LED that sits in the middle, and that's just, I've glued that onto the crystal. There's just a small little bit of metal bar that holds the two sections together, and that's glued in its place as well. And then you've just got some wires that come out of the bottom here. There's a little switch there that operates the lights inside. There's just a few green LEDs in there, and the LED lights go up the tubes and obviously behind the crystal there. And then there's just some copper wire that's wound around it, and that's pretty much it. As I say, it has been sat on my shelf for a very long time waiting for that part. And I looked at different bits of acrylic plastic I could buy, or trying to find a kitchen utensil handle that would have that kind of handle on it, and nothing really sort of surfaced. And then I went into Home Bargains today to get some other bits and pieces, and that was on there, so I was like, right, I'll have them and get that in place, because Callum actually asked the other day on my video on K9, which if you've been following my Instagram, you'll know that I've been getting my cardboard K9 into a MDF K9, and he's pretty much there. He has got wheels. Today I bought some foam insulation to put around the bottom. He has got an Arduino which powers his control panel at the top and some other lights. He's got the inside panel, and he's a school reunion based K9, so he's going to be rusty, and it's got the removable panel so you can look inside, and that's got lights and bits and pieces on there, and he's got his tail sorted. He's going to be remote control. I've bought some servos. I've got to get some remote control components like speed controllers, and an actual controller itself. I've also got to get some drill motors, and I've got a friend of mine who's going to hook it all up and get that so that his tail moves, his head goes up and down once I've got a head. I've got an antenna for his eye sensor to come in and out. We've got a gun which I've just finished making, and that's going to be able to come in and out. So his ears will move as well. So there's quite a bit that's been going on. At the minute I've literally just got the body. The head is the main thing, and hopefully I'm going to get one out of fiberglass, just because that way it will be light, and also means that it's not going to give too much weight once all the electronics and stuff are in his head, like the lights, the antenna probe, gun, and servos for his ears. So with any luck, that'll be next time I get paid. So I'm hoping to get that finished very soon. I've also got to get some spray paint and get that sorted and choose a colour, because I think there was some talk about the fact that the colour he was in school reunion was a Peugeot grey sort of colour, which has got a slightly bluey hue to it. So that's something I've got to look at as well. And the coffee on top is another bit to be able to do. But there's a lot of sanding and stuff like that as well that's got to happen to get all the bodywork finished. But he's more or less sort of halfway there, I'd say. So conventions, I've got Collectomania and LFCC this year. Collectomania, I will be there on the Saturday, and I will be doing 10. And then on LFCC I will be doing 12, and we will be there on the Sunday. I was originally going to be doing 13 as a gender bent version for Collectomania, but then they announced Camille Coduri, Noel Clark and Michelle Ryan, so changed over to 10. So because it was a case of, oh, there's not really any guests I want to meet, but then they announced that lot. So I mean, as you can see, the TARDIS walls are more or less done. I have got to screw them up to the wall there at a slight angle at the minute and just leaning there for the time being. I've got all the lights sorted out, and they're sort of more or less there. I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. There's still a little bit of work to do on them, but we'll get there eventually. There's not really other props that I've been doing. There's been small little ones which I'll do some videos on another day, or I'll probably just record them after this one and upload them at a later date. But apart from that, that's about it. So hopefully that's made you a little bit happier to see that, Callum, as I know you've been waiting quite a while for me to upload a video about it. So if you've liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, then go and check out my Instagram and my Facebook, BioDoctor900 and BioDoctor900 props, and they'll be in the link descriptions below. So yeah, please give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.